Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Sims Brew, but you can call me Brew, and today I'm doing a collaboration with my good friend GinovaSims. We are doing a sim swap with our star sign legacy heirs for the Cancer generation. We have done this 3 times in the past now with the Aries generation, the Taurus generation, and the Gemini generation. So obviously next one is the Cancer generation. From my end, I have already completed the Cancer generation with my sim Adelaide, but Genova has sort of just started her Cancer generation with the sim you see on the screen today, which is Florence, and I'm really excited about today's sim swap because in the past I feel like our sims have been really different for each generation, but so far I feel like Florence's style is quite similar to Adelaide's. They're both quite girly, at least when they were like younger. So I had a lot of fun dressing Florence up. I was a little bit scared in the beginning because I was worried that I wasn't going to give her any outfits that were like super different to what she was already wearing. However, both Genova and I have our own sim styles and takes on how we like to dress our sims, so it ended up being quite fun, and I feel like I did give her a lot of different outfits. Some of them may have been like similar to what she was already wearing, but like a different take on it, so I really enjoyed myself. I also had a lot of fun with Florence because this is a sim that is technically a mix between her sim and my sim, since Florence's parents is one of GinovaSims, and then she had a baby with the sim I gave her, which ended up with Florence's beautiful genes. So I feel like a part of her is like, you know, sim boo style as well. And obviously if you've watched my series, you'll know the same happened with Adelaide. Her father Koya is a sim that Genova made, so I feel like this sim swap is really special because we're both playing with sims that are like 50-50 of each other's sims. I think I spoke about this a little bit in the last sim swap, and I was pretty intrigued to see if Adelaide and Florence were going to look similar at all, but honestly I feel like they don't. They look quite different, which I am surprised about because it is like 50-50 of each other's styles. But I do think Florence looks a lot like her mum, and I do feel like Adelaide is, I don't know, she was kind of like an odd mix. I couldn't really like tell who she looked more like. I feel like her features came across quite differently. Like it wasn't like, oh, you know, she looks so much like her mum, but she has her dad's eyes. Like I feel like her face shape and everything, it was very different to like how both her parents look, so I'm not really sure what happened with the genetics there, but I don't know. I love Adelaide, she is beautiful, and of course I love Florence too, she is gorgeous. So for today's swap going into this, I didn't want to stress myself out too much with the fact that Adelaide and Florence have a similar style. I really just wanted to give her some cute outfits that I could see Adelaide wearing, and for the most part I stuck with things that Adelaide would have worn in the beginning of her generation because that's where Florence is sort of sitting at the moment. Throughout Adelaide's generation, she started off with quite a like cutesy girl, like coquette style, with a slight like Korean or Japanese twang on it because she did live in Mount Komorebi, and at the time that was dressing her, I was also watching a lot of K-dramas, so I feel like I had a little bit of influence from that style. And as we progressed through Adelaide's generation, she obviously her style did change a little bit. She became a mom, so she started dressing a little bit more like mumcore, I would say, and then she obviously became a teacher in the end there, and in my eyes she was like a kindergarten teacher, so I tried to dress her in a little bit more of like a fun bright color. She had like some dungarees with some like spots on it and stuff, so her style did end up changing a little bit throughout her generation. But with Florence today, I wanted to sort of dress her in stuff that Adelaide wore in the beginning because that's sort of the age group that she's in now. So you'll see a lot of cutesy, cozy, like kawaii type outfits. I've given her like leg warmers and Mary Janes, and honestly I just had so much fun like dressing her. I did try and stick to giving her like mainly white clothes, but I did obviously put in a little touch of like pink things here and there because I just felt like it looked really sweet on her. The first thing I did with Florence is I gave her some new skin details. I didn't actually give her the same skin details that Adelaide had. I wanted to try something different. I've sort of obtained a few new cute skin details over the last few months, so I wanted to try her out on some of those. I gave her some really like, I don't know, uneven type freckles, which I think were super cute. I actually had to check to see if she had freckles in game because I completely forgot, but she does. And for her makeup, I just left it very like casual, light, but like quite like pinky and rosy, I would say. When it came to her hair, I actually struggled to pick a hair for her. I knew that I wanted to give her something with like a side bang because that's what Adelaide had when she was that age, but obviously like I don't have that many hairs with the little side bangs, so it was a little bit difficult because I didn't want to give her the same hair that Adelaide had. I wanted to try something different, but then I stumbled across two hairs that really stuck to me. One was this like the down style you see with the side middle part, which I think was super cute, and then I did find a hair that kind of like matched it, which was like the one in a bun with the little bangs, which I thought really suited her as well. I ended up giving her 5 everyday outfits and 1 outfit of everything else. I think I may have also given her 2 outfits of a couple of the categories, but honestly I was just having so much fun I have lost track of what I've actually given her. But like I mentioned, with all of her outfits, I did really try and give her something different to what she was already wearing, and I felt like it was easy enough because I do have a lot of like alpha clothes, and she did come across with a lot of Access Match stuff. Although I have to say, she did have a couple outfits that may be classed as slightly alpha. So I don't know if I'm having a bit of an influence on Ginova over there. But she did look super cute. In the end, I was really happy with how Florence's makeover turned out. I felt like it fit Adelaide's style and it was still really true to her. My favorite outfits in the end were her 2 cold weather outfits. I love them. They're just so cute. You'll see when we get to it. But I hope you guys enjoyed her looks as well. I will say one weird thing happened when I was doing this makeover. By the time I got to the end, her like face skin details had changed back to her like original ones for some reason. So in like the end, you'll see that she has like her old skin details back, but I do change them before I take some photos. I don't really know what happened there because I don't know why that would happen. It was a little bit annoying, but that's okay. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I hope you like all of her outfits. Please leave a comment below on what your favorite outfit is. And once you are done watching this video, if you haven't already gone over to Ginova's channel to watch hers, please do so, and also stop by and subscribe. That would be really appreciated. Thank you so much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys in the Leo swap. Yay! Thank you for watching. Bye!